gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it.
How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Pieces and blessings upon all my Akhis and all my sisters out there. Welcome to Split Decision, episode 45. Today we're going to talk about many topics, from Terrence Crawford to what Errol Spence had to say to Golden Boy and Oscar de la Hoya return. Then, of course, AJ pulling up on Tyson Fury and what he thinks of the whole Glovegate scandal. Now, I must clarify that. Please call in depending on the topic you want to talk about. So I'm going to touch on all the topics I just mentioned. So depending on what topic you want to talk about in particular, call in when I get to that topic, because you only get one call per show. With that being stated, I also want to make one thing clear. I want y'all to subscribe. Click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live. Obviously, I'm having the late edition due to the fact that there's a wedding tomorrow that I got to attend, and many different things this week. Obviously, last week I had a baby, so I'm kind of dealing with a whole lot at the moment. The Nicholas Asbury interview still coming on Split Decision, and many more, such as Tony interview. And I may even have Deontay's Boxing Nation on Split Decision. So I'm going to need a week span to kind of get everything in order. Like I said, I'm working also on my my other shows called Boxing Hood with my own brother. So be on the lookout for the cookout. Subscribe, click on the notification bell. I promised all of you, once I get to 30K, I'm going to have everything in order. So we have nothing but time in our hand. And first things first, let's get it rolling.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Shout out to everybody in the chat. RJ Salute, Akhi, H Money, comma. If you got cojones, call in. I see you talking crap in the comment section, but y'all won't call in. And I want to make a public announcement. For all the trolls, the YouTube trolls, that stay mentioning my name in vain, they clout chase off my name, the least you could do is grow the cojones and call in on Split Decision. All you do is talk about Akhi on your channel. So if you happen to be one of them people, quit being a ghost, show up, call in. That's the least you could do. Quit telling lies, telling the people that view your channel, y'all down to challenge Akhi, y'all willing to put the blemish on Akhi record, because that's a bunch of cap. Because anybody can get it on Split Decision. It don't matter who you is. You could be a coon, you could be a troll. I will end your coon or trolling career. So call in. Like I said, these YouTube trolls, I will end your career. Just call in. I give people that don't have a platform, people that call from the UK, not just 10-minute slots, not just 20-minute slots, 30-minute slots, if they come in with a real debate. So if you got cojones, call in, because you know I want all the smoke. And just like Loaded Lux, you're going to get this work on Split Decision. And it won't be Split Decision. You won't be saved by the bell. It's going to be a KO. So if you got a cojones, call in. Quit lying to y'all decafs. Quit trolling. Like I said, I will end y'all trolling career, y'all coons. And anybody can get it. Old media, all the decafs wizards, the decafs themselves, and the trolls on YouTube. So the number in the description box. If you want a one-on-one appointment, just text me. like Terrence Crawford told Errol Spence, save it. It's in the description box. So save my number, text me something, and we set up an appointment. And like I said, anybody can get it. But when the truth is spoken, the other side is nothing but Allah. Wa alaikum assalam, Aziz. I see all my keys. Okay, Gusto. What's up, Akhi? Think better, do better. Lord, my brother, talk your piece, Akhi. That's what I'm saying, man. They don't want no smoke. They want zero confrontation. But so let's get to the real business at hand. So Oscar De La Hoya came out today talking about he want to come back to the sport of boxing. This is what he had to say. Oscar De La Hoya came out on Twitter stating I could do some damage in the 154-pound weight class. Then Jamel Charlo, he quickly responded by saying, "Oh, De La Hoya, I won't scare you or try to make you make you stop. Come on, you ain't been touching by what? You ain't been touched by this era. You said 154 because you know who's the king. Let's go." He also had more to say. He said, "Old folks calling us out." Man, he said go clean his shoes, heels, but he bored, so let him take the risk. If he want to lace him up, if he want to lace the gloves up, then age don't matter. So Jamel Charlo want to welcome the smoke because Oscar De La Hoya said 154, and we already know who's the king at 154. That's Jamel Charlo. That's his territory. Lines only. So since Canelo won't come to the dancing table and hop into the Lions Den, Oscar De La Hoya is calling out the Young Bucks. But I think Oscar is referring to the Dana Whites of the world, referring to the Conor McGregors of the world. I mean, he won't dare to step in the ring with Jamel Charlo, but Jamel Charlo obviously just want to put him in his place. But I will pay for that fight. I promise you. Oscar De La Hoya should be busy promoting his own fighters, setting up Ryan Future and plans ahead for Ryan Future, Canelo Alvarez, and many more fighters on the Golden Boy roster instead of worrying about coming back to the sport. This is not a sport where you playing with one ball. This is a dangerous sport. You need two cojones to hop in the ring, just like you need two cojones to call in on a split decision. So it's a dangerous game. I know Oscar De La Hoya knows what time it is when it comes to, you know, coming back to the sport. His last fight, he got dominated by Manny Pacquiao, and that was more than 10 years ago. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao was in his prime, but it was Manny Pacquiao moving up 2 weight classes. So a guy like Jamel Charlo will, you know, man, he will send him back to Mexico. Viva Mexico. With that being stated, we're going to talk about Canelo. Man, I wish somebody want to debate about that. We're going to talk about Canelo next opponent, Charlo next opponent at 160, Jamal Charlo, and many more. So, like I said, when it comes to Oscar De La Hoya, he need to worry about the real business instead of making noises the wrong way, you know. But moving on to the next round. So Travel, the Black Magic, passed away. May he rest in peace. Inshallah, my condolences goes out to him and his family. Now, Golden Boy and the Zone didn't really mention anything to Boxing Ego said something, and then, you know, on Twitter early on today, Saeed, he posted, "How can they truly be deeply saddened? This kid family is starting a GoFundMe account, and all you could do is post how you are deeply saddened." Then Errol Spence retweeted that and responded by stating, you know, "Oscar De La Hoya Golden Boy, what's going on?" Then Errol Spence added, he tweeted, "Somebody DM me Black Magic mother or people info." So it's a horrible look for Golden Boy to sign a fighter and have a fighter under their banner pass away, and their family starting to GoFundMe, and all they have to say was, we deeply saddened by the whole situation and him passing away, but you're not showing effort. You're not reaching out to the mother. And I'm not even talking about Oscar De La Hoya particularly, because he's too busy talking about he want to return to the sport of boxing, right? He's too busy trolling. So I'm talking about Golden Boy staff, anybody really. Y'all could have reached out to the mother of Travel Mazian. I hope I pronounced his name right. If I didn't, I truly apologize. But the point is, y'all could have reached out to him and even helped the family. That's the least y'all could do, is at least share the GoFundMe account, you know. But Mr. Fitness, salute Akhi. Oscar will probably have the balls to fight Charlo before Canelo does. Hey, I could agree with you on that. One thing about Oscar De La Hoya throughout his pro career, when he was fighting, he always fought the best. Like, he really, you know, it don't matter if he lost or won, because obviously every time he stepped up, he pretty much lost. But nevertheless, Oscar De La Hoya fought the best. He fought the likes of Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Trinidad, and the list goes on and on and on and on. So that's something Canelo Alvarez haven't been doing. He obviously been silver spoon. That triggered a lot of people the wrong way when I said it, when I was comparing Errol Spence and Canelo Alvarez's career. What I meant pretty much was their boxing career. I wasn't talking about how they came up. I wasn't talking about Canelo personal life, because I don't know his personal life. I don't know how he grew up. Obviously, if he got out of the mud to be here, it is what it is. But I'm talking about his boxing career, who he fought for a first world title. Ricky Hatton brother for a title at 154 when Ricky Hatton was fighting at 147. He fought for a vacant belt. He dragged Ricky Hatton brother, his Akhi, from 147 to 154. You know what I mean? So that's something that Errol Spence didn't do. Errol Spence had to go to the UK and fight Kell Brook in front of 30,000 fans. You know what I mean? He had to get out of the mud. They were throwing chocolate brownies at him. And Kell Brook was one of the best welterweights at the time when Errol Spence beat him, if not the best. You know what I mean? So their career, one fighter had to get out of the mud. Canelo Alvarez was silver spoon simply because his first title fight, like I said again, was for a vacant title against a 147-pounder at 154. Now, what sense does that make? But obviously, these decafs don't want to hear the truth. But the truth hurts at the end of the day if you're not willing to accept it. But I agree with you 100%, Akhi. But like I said, when it comes to the Errol Spence situation, man, shout out to Errol Spence for calling out Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya for that. Because, you know, one thing, when somebody passes away, that's like their family go through a whole lot. One thing you can never ever prepare for is somebody passing away. You know, not the fighter, but his father, Khabib, his father passed away like a week or so, and that hurt me, let alone Khabib, right? So I could just imagine how a family will deal with a death like that, especially a son, because like I said, one thing you can never prepare for is a family member passing away. That's something you just have to deal with during the moment, but you can never ever prepare for. You know it's coming. Sometimes it happens earlier. Sometimes it happens quicker than you expect it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it ain't age that did it. But at the end of the day, or at least the night, that's something you just can never prepare for, regardless if it happened too soon or later. You know, so my condolences goes out to his family. Shout out to Errol Spence for reaching out to the mother of Travel and, you know, supporting the family through this hard time, because obviously they're starting to GoFundMe account, so they obviously need help. So please, I'm gonna leave the GoFundMe account in the comment section below after this video. So if you feeling generous and if you got some extra bread in your pocket, please support Travel, Black Magic, Maison family. They need y'all help. So something like Golden Boy, you know, they don't have the best reputation when it comes to supporting, or at least when it comes to having the best interest of their black fighters. You always hear of stories of, you know, black fighters in the Golden Boy roster getting mistreated, from what Charlo had to say, and I even posted a video on that, to how they did his own twin brother Jamal, to many more stories. On the other hand, like I said, time and time again, PBC and Al Heyman, these Hispanic fighters that fight for PBC, they love him to death. You even have Cruz naming his son, or yeah, I believe his son, Al, after Al Heyman, right? That's how much he appreciate and how much he got love for Al Heyman for what he did for his career. And so did Abner Mares. So Oscar De La Hoya better take notes before he ruins Golden Boy. With that being stated, like I said, the phone line is open. So if y'all want to talk about the topics that I'm talking about currently, please call in. Once I touch on the topic, you know, if you want to talk about it, call in. If not, I'm going to get to the topic you want to talk about. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Jimmy, nice shirt. I appreciate it, Akhi. Thank you, fam. Ali, the greatest. You already know that's my favorite fighter of all time. King Sun 84 said 100. Keep spitting the facts. Akhi, Errol Spence been told him. Yeah, Errol Spence been told Oscar De La Hoya, you want to sign me, but you don't treat black fighters well, Oscar. You know what I mean? Errol Spence, he the truth, man. When your nickname is the truth, you better tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, Errol Spence, his nickname is the truth for a reason. You could tell by his character, the way he carried himself. But nevertheless, on to the next topic. So there's been news of Adrian Broner versus Regis Prograis to be next. That's a good fight. That's a dangerous fight for Adrian Broner, especially after he retired and started rapping. He said, don't even call him AB no more. Call him Twin. You know, because Akhi is known as AB. Anybody can get it. Call me that, because none of the decals got the cojones to call in.
Anybody can get it.
But AB, again, that's why I got so much respect for AB. Regardless if people love him or hate him, I always got tremendous respect for Adrian, the problem Broner, because he's always the problem in whatever situation we talking about. Adrian Broner, he fought Maidana. When we already know what Maidana did with his gloves. I already made a video on that. You know, still gave Maidana a hell of a fight when he was moving up 2 weight divisions, right? Then he didn't shy away after that, because he fought Sean Porter at 144 catchweight, I believe. And then, like I said, he always fought the best, from Mikey Garcia to Manny Pacquiao. He never turned down any smoke. So I got nothing but respect for Adrian, the problem Broner, because he got more cojones than Canelo Alvarez. With all the respect, Canelo Alvarez, he don't even got an O. I don't know what he's so worried about. It's okay to lose, because if you fight the best, eventually you're going to lose. Not everybody is money made. You know what I mean? So Canelo Alvarez, he's in a position, regardless if he wins or lose, as long as he puts up a good fight, which he's very capable of doing, it's okay, bruh. You could fight the best and lose. You don't even have your O. Floyd Mayweather snatched it out of you. He spanked you every single round, and you couldn't graduate with a PhD degree. You graduated with a bachelor degree. Nevertheless, my point is, Canelo Alvarez want to pick and choose. You know, he lost to Lara. He robbed Lara. And after that, man, it's all she wrote, man. He really been picking and choosing. So all I'm saying is, I got none but respect for Adrian the Problem Broner, because he will get in the ring with anybody. And Regis Prograis is a dangerous fight. You know, that's a dangerous fight for Adrian the Problem Broner, because Regis, his mind is right. Like, he's at a mental state where he should be at. Regardless if he lost to Josh Taylor, the best 140 pounder at the moment, regardless of that, he still put up a hell of a fight, and he's at the right state of mind. On the other hand, Adrian Broner, you see him all over the place. A lot of people saying he's doing it for a payday. I don't think he will fight Rigris for a payday. That's not a payday. That's a hard fight. That's a dangerous fight. You know, if he fights like a Manny Pacquiao or like a guy like that who's a huge name, and it's not like it's a risk, but at the end of the day, you getting paid. You know what I mean? That's, you could say he looking for a payday, but Rigris, that's a dangerous fight, man. And like I said, nothing but respect for AB for that. That's a hell of a tune-up. I think he should tune up with Red Catch, if I'm being honest, because of all the Tank situation and Red Catch dissing Adrian the Problem Broner, he should tune up with Red Catch, and then, you know, rack up a couple stacks, get yourself in better condition, then hop in with Rigris. So that's just my humble opinion. Let me know how y'all feel on the whole situation. Okay, Gusto. He said 929-620-2921. Oh, you offering the number? I ain't getting any call. So I'm assuming there's a troll in the chat. So if there's a troll or a decaf, call in if you got cojones, but I know you don't got the cojones to call in. Like I said, quit treating me like the Iron Mike of split decision, of debating the most feared. I mean, I'm humbled by the way y'all treating Akhi. Y'all act like I'm the most dangerous debater in the world. Y'all don't want to call in? Y'all stay anonymous. Nobody know who the hell you is. Right? And y'all scared to call in. Y'all not showing y'all face, y'all name. There's no identification, but y'all scared to call in. Man, Akhi got them shook. They scared to look whenever Akhi on TV. But let me move on to the next round. So Charlo versus Devyachenko fight is being finalized. So this is what Charlo had to say about the Devyachenko fight in particular. He said, I'm not leaving it up to the judges. I'm trying to be one of those that stop him. You will see how hard I'm training. I'm a better finisher than the guys he fought. They're looking for a jab, but I have got so much in my arsenal. When I'm putting it together, giving it my best and giving you my best, you got nothing to worry about. It's going to be an entertaining night. That's what Jermell Charlo is talking about, the Devyachenko fight, saying that he's looking to stop him when he's coming in because he's been dropped in the past, but nobody have been able to stop him. Devyachenko is coming off a win, or excuse me, a robbery, because he got robbed against Gennady Golovkin, obviously due to the money, because the zone looking to make Gennady Golovkin versus Canelo Alvarez. They keep thinking that's a blockbuster fight when it's not. But nevertheless, Devyachenko is a dangerous fight for anybody. Devyachenko always give fighters hell. He gave Jacob a hell of a fight where the knockdown was pretty much the separation, and then he beat Gennady Golovkin in my book pretty comfortably. And like I said, that's two losses that he has on his record where he performed very well. So he's like a technical version of a Sean Porter at the 160-pound division. He's a great fighter, one of my favorite fighters to watch. So him versus Charlo is a hell of a fight. I think Charlo has the right mindset when it comes to this fight because it is a dangerous fight. You cannot go in the ring looking to sleep on Devyachenko. Charlo has to be on his P's and Q's against Devyachenko. He has to pump his jab and then looking to set up Devyachenko. I believe Charlo has the best jab in the game. You know, he's dropped J-Rock Williams, with the jab. So he need to utilize the jab since he is the taller fighter. He a power puncher as well. So, and be looking to counter Devyachenko with an uppercut coming in. You know, one thing that Charlo has on his side is hand speed, power, and IQ. He's a smart fighter in the ring. So does Deryachenko, but they have completely different styles, and Deryachenko doesn't have the power of Jermall Charlo. So that's a lovely fight to see, especially after this pandemic where we're not really seeing fights, and we really want a big fight. We keep hearing about Canelo Alvarez facing Jason. Hold on. Who the hell is this guy? Jason Quali. I don't even know who that is. But with all the respect, like I said, Canelo Alvarez looking to fight him next, which that's pretty much, you know, are you even going to turn on the TV for that? Because as soon as the fight starts, it's pretty much over. Because Canelo's just going to knock him out. You know what I mean? Unless you want to go rounds. But nevertheless, Charlo looking to face a very dangerous opponent. He was supposed to fight Banks. However, because Banks' fight is out of the equation, because apparently, I don't know if it's travel reasons or so on and so forth. However, Banks kind of quiet down a little bit, and Jermall Charlo was talking like he was about to fight Banks next. They threw the narrative out there there's the next opponent for Charlo, but now they're talking about Deryachenko, which is an even more dangerous opponent. We already know Canelo Alvarez vacated a strap and avoided pretty much Deryachenko. He avoided Deryachenko because he gave up the IBF belt. And that's how Gennady Golovkin and Deryachenko fought for that strap. So, nevertheless, like I said, I would love to see the fight. It's a hell of a fight. Drop in the comment section who you all believe is going to win the fight. Is it lines only? The call-in number is in the description box. So call in. Call through. So Canelo Alvarez's next opponent is Jason Quagli. Where are the Canelo fans when you need them? I mean, come on, man. They talking about David Lemieux is too dangerous for the amount of money Canelo is about to get paid because he's taking a pay cut, right? DAZN is not going to be able to pay him $32 million guaranteed or whatever the guarantee purse that he has each fight, right? So he is taking a pay cut. So shout out to Canelo for actually letting DAZN breathe. But with Jason, shit, he should fight him for free. If you're going to fight Jason, like I said, I never heard of Jason. I know y'all don't know who Jason is. Because I don't know who Jason is. And I'm a hardcore boxing fan. That's what I do daily, report on boxing. And I never heard of Jason. So, they talking about David Lemieux is a dangerous opponent. That's why it's not even offered. So, it's like, really? At least, if you're going to take a pay cut, fight a Lemieux, bro. It's a name. We obviously know Canelo going to be the favorite. Like, 50-1. But regardless of the fact, it's still a name, you know? But Jason... it's not a fight. It's not an attraction. It's a waste of time. It's pretty much a waste of time and a waste of money. That's a silly move by DAZN. You pay him money where you could pay so many different fighters like Demetrius Andrade and so many different fighters on DAZN millions to fight. Because you offer Canelo, let's say they gave him a pay cut, right? Let's say they offer him $15 million or $20 million to fight Jason. You're still giving him so much money for nothing. When you could give 15 fighters on DAZN $1 million each, and they would love to fight next. Whoever. They will be willing to fight whoever, whenever. You could ask Demetrius Andrade. He willing to take a pay cut to fight Canelo. So, I'm just saying. You know, I see why Andrade stated and told DAZN, listen, I ain't taking a pay cut. Tell Canelo, Josh, and y'all biggest stars to take a pay cut, because pretty much they get the most of the money on DAZN. Canelo get 30 million. Josh nearly get 30 million per fight, right? Or 20 million. So Andre, like, come on, man, y'all don't even pay me that much. So it's like, why y'all gonna rob me like that? You know what I mean? So if they're gonna offer Canelo 15 million to fight nobody, it's just silly, in my humble opinion. Even Hearn stated Canelo won't fight Jason. He trying to give him that pep talk. He said, I wrote to Golden Boy a couple weeks ago. I told them, you got Smith, Demetrius Andrade, Pulev, They all ready. But y'all want to pick Jason? Come on, man. You got Demetrius Andrade. You got Smith. He got 3 different options, 3 different champions, in 3 different weight divisions. And you fight Jason, bruh? Canelo, bruh. That's why Canelo Alvarez, his stardom is dying. You see, his fans are even shook. They don't even got excuses to make for Canelo Alvarez. They ran out of excuses. Their excuses are so dusty that I gotta brush it off before talking about it. Y'all see my Akhi's RJ throwing the number in the chat because the decafs are just scared to call in. Charlo been avoided by Canelo for the past 5 years and into the 6th year now. Same for Andrade. Canelo avoiding them both, and now he's looking to fight Jason. But who is Charlo looking to fight? Deveryachenko. So like I said, to all the people in the chat, to all the Canelo fans, I know he letting y'all down, but call in and say the truth. Admit it. Instead of trolling and being keyboard warriors. You don't get no credit for that. Man, hey, Canelo fans, man, y'all, he's doing y'all dirty. Man, like I said, it's a horrible look on Canelo Alvarez. If you know better, do better. So, Terence Crawford was on ESPN, and he stated that he want all the smoke, right? He said that he has no problem with facing Porter if that's what they want. He said if that's what they want, then they're going to get what they want. According to Terence Crawford, you know, he wants all the smoke. Obviously, he was trying to fight Ugas, but Ugas is about to fight for the WBA title. Even though that's an opportunity that Ugas should have actually grabbed, in my humble opinion. I like Ugas, but he should have definitely ran for a Terence Crawford fight. Terence said, I won't take any pay cut because, you know, it says on my contract there is no pay cut. So I want to get paid the amount that I deserve because every time I step in the ring, I'm giving it my all. It's a dangerous sport, and I definitely respect that. And if he fight the likes of Ugas and Porter, he shouldn't take no damn pay cut. But Terence Crawford added that he feels some type of way that Porter is calling him out now, but not before when he had a strap where they could have unified. According to Terence Crawford, he was pretty much disappointed because he was like, man, you know, I wanted to make fights. I wanted to unify when I came to the welterweight division right away. I grabbed the strap from Jeff Horn and I wanted to unify right away. I didn't want no tune-up. I went for the champions right away. And Porter had a strap, but pretty much Porter never mentioned Terence Crawford in the past. Not even once. He always said we good people, we good friends, and he never mentioned I want to fight Terence Crawford, right? As soon as he loses to Errol Spence, next thing you know, he calling out Terence Crawford. He willing to put his friendship aside to fight Terence Crawford. That's why Terence feels some type of way. So y'all got to give Terence Crawford his respect because everybody wanted to see Terence Crawford step up and fight a name at 147. So here they go. He wanted to fight Ugas. It didn't happen. Not because of Terence. Because of Ugas, he had a different option. That's not Terrence's fault, right? He wanted to fight Kell Brook, I believe, but I think the traveling and the money right now is not right due to the fact that they can't fight in the arena. He wanted to fight Errol Spence. That fight can't happen now due to the pandemic and the money issue. He wanted to fight all the 147 pounders. He even sent he sent Keith Thurman a fight, but Keith Thurman ended up fighting Manny Pacquiao at the time in 2019 when Terence sent him an offer. So whose fault is it at the end of the day? And now he even saying, I'm willing to fight Porter if that's what they want. He said, I never dodged anybody. Quit making it seem that way. He want all the smoke. He fought the best at 135, got avoided, moved up to 140, cleaned out the division, and now wanted to do the same at the deepest division in boxing. But it's not his fault that fights don't materialize due to the fact of boxing is a business. And fights happen at the right time when the money is right. You know what I mean? He ain't the one avoided. I keep telling everybody. So at the end of the day, or at least the night, pound for pound, number one is Terrence Crawford, because as you all see, he's calling out the best. He want to fight the best. And when he do fight the best, he always washes them. He washed Postal when everybody said you ducking Postal. Then he fought Postal, beat him like he was a nobody. But funny enough, if he didn't fight Postal, they would have said you ducking Postal. Then they say you ducking Flex Diaz. He had a gold medal, this and that. He was like, all right, bring that ass. I'll test that ass too on some Floyd Mayweather-ish. And then he beat him like he stole something. Then they were like, oh, well, yeah, we don't care about him no more. Even though he pretty much beat Lamar Pearson at the time, right? So all I'm pretty much saying, call a spade a spade. Terrence Crawford been wanting to fight the best. He been fighting the best. Every time people claimed he was ducking somebody, he fought that person. Just like Floyd Mayweather did. Every time they pointed somebody, they said, Marquez came out saying, oh, you ducking Guerrero. Floyd Mayweather fought Guerrero. Everybody was like, oh, I bet you Floyd Mayweather ain't gonna fight Ortiz after he beat Berto, the undefeated Berto at the time, who was hyped up to be the next big thing. Floyd Mayweather beat him. They talking about, oh, well, I bet you ain't gonna fight this guy. I bet you ain't gonna fight Cotto. I bet you ain't gonna fight Canelo. And every time he beat these guys, they had an excuse. They told him, I bet you ain't gonna fight Manny Pacquiao. He beats Manny Pacquiao. They always had an excuse. And Terrence Crawford is pretty much going through the same thing, but he just can't find a huge name at the 147-pound division because of business. And it's not his fault because he want all the smoke, but he just can't get any. You know, it's so foggy. I mean, Terrence want all the smoke. Like I said, his name is Bud. That's his nickname. So he pound for pound number one for a reason, because he want the smoke. He fight the best available. And when he do fight, he's dominant, and he pretty much washes everybody that he fights. So nevertheless, he's calling out the best 147-pounder, top 3 pound for pound Errol Spence. And like I said, it's just the fight can't materialize due to business issues. Nevertheless, you all have to put respect on Terrence the Bud Crawford name. Man, Terrence even came out saying that he will crush the winner of Josh Taylor versus Ramirez, because the winner of that is going to be the undisputed champion. Josh Taylor just came off, well, not unifying, but he is unifying the 140-pound division belts at the Super 6 tournament on DAZN, and DAZN let him go, which that was a silly move by DAZN, because Josh Taylor is the best 140-pounder. I always said, if you did not attend the tournament, then you can't claim you the best 140-pounder. I know Josh Taylor and Ramirez haven't fought yet, but Josh Taylor is the number one guy because he was willing to go to the tournament. He was willing to fight everybody blind, and he came out on top when he wasn't the favorite to win the fight. And when I first laid my eyes on Josh Taylor, the first time he fought at the Super 6, I pretty much didn't know him at the time. I said, this guy's special. I saw some special in Josh Taylor, and I was like, I won't be too surprised if this man pulls off the Super 6, because Rigrius was favored to win the Super 6. And look at him today. He pulled it off in a very dominant fashion till he fought Rigrius in a tough fight. He pulled it off. But nevertheless, I think he will beat Ramirez, in my humble opinion. But nevertheless, Terrence the Ball Crawford said he will crush either one of them. He said he will crush either one of them. Man, hey, Terrence, that's a bad boy right there. That's a bad man. Like I said, you wanting to crush everybody and nobody willing to mention your name or step up. Because like I said, you know, Keith Thurman did say, hey, listen, send me a contract. I bet you I'll sign it. But he didn't keep the same energy when Terrence Crawford first pulled up, or when Keith Thurman had the O. Remember at the time, Keith Thurman was like, man, I'm cool being the second best after Errol Spence. And then when they were like, oh, what about Terrence Crawford? He said, well, who have he beat? And he started talking like he was Terrence Crawford manager. He told him, you got to beat Jeff Horn. Terrence beat Jeff Horn. He was like, well, you got to beat Amir Khan. Then he beat Amir Khan. Then he was like, man, you go fight Kell Brook. And it was like, come on, Keith. Hey, for the people, like I said, come on, Keith. You can't say, you know what I mean? Keep the same energy. Don't flip. What happened to that?
You
don't duck me, son.
Duck me, son.
Energy. I wish Keith Thurman kept that energy, but like I said, you know, he did keep that energy with Danny Garcia though. Keith Thurman said, I'll welcome Danny Garcia to the 147-pound division. This ain't 140. We the big boys. We the big boys of the little guys. That's what Keith Thurman was saying. That's the tone he was singing, right? And then when Terrence unified 140 and became undisputed, since Bernard Hopkins, I believe, then Keith Thurman talking about, oh, well, he started questioning his resume when he was pound for pound number 1. Now, what sense does that make? Danny Garcia wasn't pound for pound number 1, moving up to 147, right? But Keith Thurman didn't question him. He didn't question his resume. But you're going to question pound for pound number 1, who was undisputed. And let's not forget, Danny Garcia didn't want any part of Postal when he moved up. But Terrence did. So, like I said, you know, of course, Keith Thurman saying he wants the smoke now. Like I said, Terrence should call his bluff and send him a contract. But the money got to be right, I'm pretty sure. You know, and that's why Keith Thurman is doing that at the moment, because I don't doubt he want the fight now because his O went out of the window, so he don't got too much to lose fighting pound for pound number 1. But nevertheless, he knows they really can't offer him the money he want at the moment. He's still a big name. One thing about Keith Thurman, he's still a big name, so he gonna want a whole lot of money that I'm pretty sure Errol Spence or ESPN won't be able to deliver. So that's why Keith Thurman, he's singing a different tone. But I know you all remember how Keith Thurman was behaving at the time. But nevertheless, we are about to tap into the real business at hand. So I'm about to talk about Deontay Wilder, AJ, and Terrence Crawford topics. So if you all want to call in, feel free to. I'm just trying to figure out where the Canelo fans at, though. I'm trying to figure out where are the decavs that's always trolling in the comment section. Where is all the coons that troll on YouTube, that got YouTube channels that stay mentioning my name in vain? Where are they at? Where are they at, man? Hey, they know where to be found. When it's time to pull up, they know where to be found. But so earlier today, Anthony Joshua pulled up on Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury didn't get out of the car. He didn't get out of the car, and then Anthony Joshua obviously posted it on his IG. Now, we all know Anthony Joshua is really pushing for the Tyson Fury fight, and I'm going to explain why in a second. Tyson Fury claims that, don't get it confused, Wilder still knock out Anthony Joshua. That's what Tyson Fury claims. He said you got to have finesse, you got to have defense, you got to have a chin to beat a guy like Deontay Wilder. So, according to him, he going to knock out Wilder in a worse fashion and then beat Anthony Joshua again. Right? However, how true is that? When you want confidence and you pretty much tamper with glove and sparring to gain confidence, right? So, RJ said, phone not working. Now the phone is working. It's right here. I know. Let me call my phone real quick. Let me activate the phone line real quick, cause some reason it got cut off. So give me a second.
Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, cause anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait, I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
I bear witness there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, cause anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait, I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
I bear witness there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, cause anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.
Damn, okay, my bad. I think I had us mute. But
Nah,
how you doing,
good,
Akhi?
brother.
Who this is? Where you calling from?
Nah, this Mr. Finesse. I'm from Queens, New York. I'm calling from Fort Lauderdale,
Oh,
Florida.
Mr.
Man.
Finesse,
Good with you,
talk to
brother.
me. Yeah, chilling. How we feeling?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Nah, I was trying to call before, man. First of all, I ain't no decaf. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to call because I seen certain shit written up in the chat. And I just want to get people about their feelings, man, and get into some facts real quick. And I ain't going to be long. You know what I'm saying?
All right, go ahead. Let's talk about it.
We're going to fanism. So I see the dude talking about all the reasons why Canelo shouldn't have fought Charlo, shouldn't fight Andre, they don't deserve it, and all this and that. Then I seen the same dude, I think his name is Superb or some shit like that. Same dude talking about, Errol Spence for the damaged version of Kell Brook. So for that dude saying that, I'm going to just ask you, if Errol fought a damaged version of Kell Brook, what version of Amir Khan did Canelo Alvarez fight? What version of Sergey Kovalev? What version of Sergey Kovalev did Canelo Alvarez fight? If Errol fought a damaged Kell Brook. And then let's get to some real quick facts. I'm saying that. I'm not saying Canelo can't fight. The dude can fight. But every time you've seen him in the ring with his top competition, and we could go down the line of Floyd, Lara, Golovkin, Austin Trout, even Amir Khan, in all them fights, Canelo was going tooth and nail. Amir Khan was putting hands all over that man until he got knocked out because we all know he got the glass jaw. But the point is, when Canelo was fighting Floyd, he got dominated. When he fought Golovkin, it was debatable. When he fought Lara, he lost, in my opinion. But either way, it was debatable. When he fought Trout, it was debatable. So for you dudes acting like Canelo is the greatest fighter of his time, he's never dominated any of his top competition.
Right.
So now let's get to the Charlo thing. Y'all saying Charlo don't deserve to fight, and he wasn't fighting nobody. The same guy that was saying that. So when Charlo was fighting, what is his name, Quintana or whatever the hell his name was, trying to get to the mandatory position to fight the WBC champion, who happened to be Canelo, Charlo fought the fights he had to fight. He beat one guy. Canelo ain't want to fight him, so they gave him another eliminator. He beat that guy. Canelo still ain't want to fight him. Now, all this time, remember, they the same age. Charlo, Jamel and Jamal, and Andre and Canelo, all the same age. At 154, they was all there. When Andre was champion, Canelo ain't want that belt. As soon as Andre didn't have that belt, Canelo wanted that belt. These are facts, not my opinion. That's why I'm saying to the Canelo man fans, y'all got to get out your feelings and get into the facts. Like, if you're going to defend a dude, at least keep it real and say, you know what, I don't think he could beat Charlo. I don't want to see that. Because what I'm saying is, as a boxing fan, I like Wilder, I like Earl, I like Bud, I like Tank Davis, I like Shakur. And you know what? I want to see them all fight each other. I want to see Shakur fight Tank at some point. I want to see Gary Russell fight Devin at some point. I want to see Wilder and Fury, Wilder and Joshua. I want to see my favorite fighters in there with the best fighters. Yeah. But y'all don't even want to see that. So that's because you're not even boxing fans. You man fans. Right. And that's why I'm saying they suffering from the man fanism. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, Akhi, I ain't going to hold up your show all night, my brother.
Now, you knocking them out. I appreciate you knocking them out for me, because that's what I've been saying.
It's important to do this. It's important to do this way. We got to make it real clear with facts, not opinions and feelings, because that's what they always coming with. Is this guy was just saying, oh, well, I think Charlo should fight Andre. Of course you think that, because you don't want to actually see the – who would want to pay money to see Canelo fight Rocky Fielding? These niggas are crazy. Who would want to pay money to see Canelo fight Scott Quigley?
Or Jason.
Like, y'all are retarded.
Do you know a guy named Jason? This guy, I don't even know who he is. Like, no disrespect.
I thought he was no disrespect. I thought he was the goaltender for the Rangers, but I guess not. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm
with you, though. I feel where you're coming from. Like, this is what I always say, because a lot of Canelo fans get butthurt when they hear the truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is,
truth hurts.
When the sport of boxing, we in it to see the best versus the best. They keep claiming that Canelo is pound for pound number one, according to them and according to Canelo himself. So if that's the case, he needs to prove that he pound for pound number one by fighting the best. I mean, like I said, we love Canelo. I like his style. I like the way he carry himself. I like the fights, but every time he step up, like you said, it's a close fight. How can you be pound for pound number one? And it's always a close fight. You know, he lost a lot. He lost to Floyd Mayweather.
This how hypocritical they are. This how hypocritical they are. The same fans was shitting on Floyd after he beat Cotto. It was like, oh, Cotto was washed up. Oh, he beat a washed up version of Cotto. Cotto never been the same after Margarito. Right. You know, after Margarito got him, Cotto wasn't the same.
Right.
The same fan, once Canelo fought the dude, it was like, well, you know, Cotto's back now. This the new Cotto because he done got rejuvenated now. Like, the same people. That's why I'm saying the same arguments they make, it don't make sense because the same guy saying Charlo don't deserve to fight. I'm going to ask you, how does Jason Quigley or Scott Quigley, whatever the fuck his name is, how does he deserve to fight? How did Rocky Fielding deserve to fight?
That's the $1 million question.
That's all I'm saying.
That's the $1 million question.
Is this what you want to see as a paying customer? When you go to the store to buy a pair of sneakers, are you looking for the worst pair of shit and you going to pay the most money for it? Or are you going in there looking to get top quality for a good deal? Like, what is going on here with the boxing fans? Are you fans of the sport or are you fans of the man? That's what I'm saying. These dudes is man fans. That's what's going on out here.
And that's what it is. Like I said, they keep claiming Canelo is the best. Canelo is this. Canelo is that. But like you said, all the facts that you laid out on the table, right? Everything you stated was pretty much a fact. You know, you did not talk about your emotional feelings or any of that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you like Canelo as a fighter. But at the end of the day,
the only opinion I gave was that Canelo could fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the only opinion I gave.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But like I said, you don't see these Canelo fans, you know, calling in trying to debate the facts. They want to talk about their emotional feelings. They want to talk about, they say Akhi hate Hispanic fighters when that's a complete lie. I just call a spade a spade, and Canelo is not pound for pound number one. Like I said, if Canelo want to prove that he pound for pound number one, then fight Charlo and Andre. If you beat them guys, you know, convincingly, comfortably, then I'ma rate you as pound for pound number one. But when you've been ducking these guys for 5 years, bro, I'ma call a spade a spade. And he haven't even negotiated with them. That's the crazy part. He haven't even negotiated with them. They complain about Floyd Mayweather.
He came with the early excuses. He came with the excuses 5 years ago. This dude been bullshit for 5 years, and every time the man fans, they just co-sign what he say. But I'm going to kill their whole argument with their own hero. Right. Oscar himself said, if Canelo want to be great, he going to have to fight the Charlos and the Andres of the world. Oscar, their hero himself, said that out his own mouth. Exactly. Now, Oscar himself is now, because he know Canelo ain't going to do it, himself is now challenging one of the Charlos. Because this is the type of shit y'all got to do for your hero. Your hero needs a 45 or 48-year-old man to come out of retirement to fight his own fight because he won't do it. Oscar himself said it. So never mind y'all feelings, never mind my feelings, never mind Akhi's feelings. Oscar De La Hoya, the CEO of Golden Boy, said for Canelo to be great, he has to fight Charlo and Andre out his own mouth. Now, y'all come at that with some facts. Now, y'all call in decaf and man fans with some facts to combat what I just said. Akhi, salute to you, my brother. This is Mr. Finesse. I'm going to sign out, and I'm going to keep listening, man. Peace to you, bro.
I appreciate it, Mr. Finesse. Finesse came in with that logic, with the truth. He done finessed all of the decafs of their brain cells. They got nothing to say now. They don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? So to all the decafs, call in. I know y'all don't got no cojones, but call in. To all my Akhis, we don't debate boxing. We talk boxing because we know the facts. We know the truth. We call a spade at the end of the day. Let me pick up another call before. So I'm gonna pick up calls in a little bit. Like I said, just call in whenever you want to. If you want to talk about the current topic that I'm talking about. Now, the audio was off when I was talking, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about or re-mention what I said. So, obviously Tyson Fury is playing mind games with Anthony Joshua when he said that. When he said that, Deontay Wilder will knock out AJ and I will knock him out too. Don't get it twisted. Wilder still knock out AJ and all the above. He playing mind games with Anthony Joshua. But I don't think that's gonna work because AJ is at a different mind state, and he already know what's up with the gloves. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is, or where you calling from?
Assalamu alaikum. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. What's up, Akhi?
What's going on? Talk to me, H Money. So, we talking about the Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Obviously, you saw AJ pull up on Tyson Fury. And from rumors, or according to Eddie and many more, they say AJ gave Tyson Fury the work in sparring because apparently he wasn't tampering with his glove then. That's why AJ got a whole lot of confidence. Plus, he already heard about Tyson Fury tampering with his gloves way back. So how you see that fight playing out if that fight do happen? Because apparently Tyson Fury didn't even get out of his car, according to most. So talk to me.
Yes, that's a great question. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. I think it'll be a very big fight in the sport of boxing. And I think Anthony Joshua will knock out Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, he's a good boxer. He got some, he got some ability. He got some boxing skills. But Tyson Fury has a lack of power. Tyson Fury, he has a lack of dedication for the sport. And Tyson Fury has never even defended his title before. So I got to go with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is a better fighter, an Olympic gold medalist. Knocked out Dylan White. Anthony Joshua knocked out Alexander Povetkin. He beat Joseph Parker, beat Andy Ruiz, and he knocked out Charles Martin. You know what I mean? And he knocked out Povetkin. So Joshua has beat the most world champions in the heavyweight division. I think Joshua will knock out Tyson Fury with an uppercut on the inside. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury, bro, overrated, my brother, overrated.
And see this, I want to add this to the equation. He also he lacks confidence too, because that's why he tampered with his glove to gain confidence in sparring. Well, at least according to his trainers, right? That's what the excuse they brought up when Nicholas Asbury and his trainer were pretty much raising the $1 million question. Why the gloves were tampered with during sparring. But nevertheless, when it comes to Tyson Fury himself, they gave this man power. There's no doubt about it. He do have good boxing skills, at least for a guy his size. For his weight and his size, he does have great boxing skills. But see, every fighter is blessed with certain attributes. One thing Tyson Fury wasn't, he wasn't blessed with power. He does not have power. So because it's the heavyweight division and he lacks a lot of power, he tends to get to trouble when he fights guys that have skill and power. That's why he resorted to simply tampering with his glove against a guy like Deontay Wilder and Klitschko, for example, because he either got to take steroids, he either got to tamper with his glove to compete at the highest level, because his power just won't keep fighters at bay, apparently. Because, like I said, even against Wilder, when he didn't tamper with his glove, he looked like crap. You know what I mean? He looked like crap. And I want to add this to the equation. I don't know if you heard, but Mike Tyson, obviously he's preparing for a comeback. He wants to do an execution. So Tyson Fury came out stating that he would love to fight Mike Tyson in a exhibition bout, you know what I mean? Or, a regular fight. According to Tyson Fury, he was saying that he would love to fight Tyson Fury. I mean, it's the old classic matchup, Tyson versus Tyson, right? Nevertheless, Mike Tyson actually sent him an offer. And Tyson Fury turned it down. And what Tyson Fury said, he stated, listen, man, if I knock him out, it's a lose-lose situation, because if I beat him, they're going to say, you beat an old man, and they're going to hate me for it. Pretty much what Anthony Joshua said. However, there's more, because he added to the equation. He said, what if he knocked me out? It's a horrible look. And it's like, what? Hold on. Really? Like, Mike Tyson, his last fight, he pretty much fought, a fighter he was supposed to knock out in the first 10 seconds, and he blamed it on his spinal because he was no longer the same Mike Tyson. How can you say, what if Mike Tyson knocked me out when he's 53 years old? When you so-called the best, you said you're the greatest fighter of all time, and you worried about a 53-year-old man knocking you out? So what that told me is his confidence is pretty much fake. His persona is pretty much fake. All that is just to, basically sell the fight. And the fact that he tampers with his glove, that's how he gains confidence, and that's how he gained power against Deontay Wilder and every time he stepped up. So what is your take on on Tyson Fury claiming that, he don't want to take the fight because, what if Mike Tyson knock him out?
Yeah, that's right. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson has a chance to knock out Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury isn't that good of a fighter. You just mentioned the Otto Wallen fight. When he went life and death with Otto Wallen, a fighter that we never heard of before. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury is really overrated, my brother. He's the heavyweight version of Paula Malignaggi. All he can do is box, but he can't. He has no power. He can box, bro. He's tall as well, but he has no power. He's a weight bully. He came in 275 pounds to fight against Deontay Wilder, bro. The man, where's the skills at? You trying to go up to 275 pounds so you can have an advantage. But where's the skills that everybody's talking about?
Because he had a tamper, right? If you have all the skill in the world, why you have to tamper? But I'm gonna tell you why he had to tamper with a glove, because I actually got the answer. The reason why he tampered with his glove, because he don't have cojones. He stay eating that contaminated meat, that wild boar that doesn't allow his cojones to grow. So everybody know, all the bodybuilders out there and stuff like that, if you take a lot of steroids, it stops your cojones from growing or producing whatever, right? We're not going to get into all of that. But all I'm saying is Tyson Fury doesn't have cojones because he stayed eating that wild boar, that contaminated meat that didn't allow his cojones to grow. So he have to do things like that and utilize cheating tactics whenever he step up in competition. You know what I mean? Nevertheless, Tyson Fury is pretty much exposed now. And the fact that he's afraid of a 53-year-old man knocking him out. Like I said, AJ said, if I knock him out, everybody gonna hate me for it, right? That's a legit reason. I respect that 100% because when you do go in an exhibition bout, you might not be able to hold back. You know what I mean? Like, it's boxing at the end of the day. 53 Mike Tyson, if he's 53 years old or not, he's still going to come to take your head off, right? So, nevertheless, AJ gave a legit reason, and I respect him for that. But Tyson Fury, on the other hand, he want to talk about, what if Mike Tyson knocked me out? You know what I mean? It's like, what? You've been talking about you the greatest. You want to challenge Muhammad Ali for that title, and you over here eating contaminated meat, taking steroids, tampering with a glove, utilizing cheating tactics, dirty tactics during the fight. You got a complexion for the protection and all of that, and you afraid of a 53-year-old man to knock you out? Come on, man. You got what you asked for. Mike Tyson sends you an offer, and you turn it down? Like I said, this man pretty much, his whole character is made up. It's a fictional character. They try to make a Rocky in real life. Old media is, and it backfired on their face because he got exposed. His career is ruined. His legacy is ruined because he will never be able to climb the realm of greatness, because you cannot be a great if you cheat on more than one occasion. Taking steroids, which that's a fact. He got suspended for 2 years. That's a fact. The wild boar is just an excuse. Then he threatened a 70-year-old man. And then, obviously, we know the Glovegate situation and accusation that old media is trying to cover up because Tyson Fury got the best hope insurance in the world. He got the complexion for the protection. Like I said, time and time again, that hope insurance is better than Geico. It covers everything.
Yes, brother, you're right, man. You cooking, Akhi, man. You cooking. They need to start calling you Chef Akhi around here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for real, brother. Man, you're doing a great job.
I'm cooking that wild boar. I'm cooking that wild boar
Yeah.
on Tyson Fury. But yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Akhi, you're doing a great job, exposing the truth, my brother. So just keep up the great work. Tyson Fury, like you said, tampered with his gloves more than one time. Tyson Fury took steroids more than one time. He's a well-known cheater in the sport of boxing. Also, not to mention just his cocaine usage, using drugs. You know what I mean? He's not a role model. He's definitely not a role model, man. And you know what I'm saying? Thank you for exposing him pretty much. But Akhi, I want to switch it up one time. I want to talk about Charlo versus Sergey Derevyanchenko. If they make that fight happen, I think it's a great fight. I think it'll be a very, very close fight. I favor Charlo by split decision, just like the name of your show. But I think, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Sergey Derevyanchenko could win that fight, man, because he's been in there with a lot of, you know what I'm saying, some champions. Daniel Jacobs, Triple G, and you know what? He gave those guys hell in the ring, bro. A lot of people felt Sergey Derevyanchenko beat Triple G. Some people felt like he beat Daniel Jacobs. He has a lot of skills, and this is, I think, the best opponent Charlo has faced. And at 160 pounds, Charlo has a weak resume, just to be honest. I'm not trying to diss Charlo, but he beat Brandon Adams from the Contender. He fought against, who else? Dennis Hogan, who came up from 154. Those are his last two fights. And both of those fighters moved up from 154. So this is a great test for Charlo. And if the fight happens, I will, give Charlo his credit for fighting a worthy opponent. But I think, it's going to be a very, very close fight. Because if you've been fighting, a lot of guys that's not on that level, and then you step it up right away to Sergey Derevyanchenko, that's a different type of fighter, bro. That's a different type of level. Yeah. I mean, do you think Charlo is ready for Derevyanchenko, and who do you favor in this fight?
Yeah, I think he's been ready for Derevyanchenko. I think the reason why Charlo haven't been able to get the big names at 160 is because, obviously, PBC don't have the big names at 160. They have Derevyanchenko. That's why they are able to make the fight. But the Zone have pretty much the talent pool at 160. Nevertheless, Charlo called out, Andre. He called out all the best from Canelo Alvarez and many more. And it was Canelo who turned down the fight and gave him his strap. That's why he requested a French fries title. Nevertheless, I believe Charlo versus, Derevyanchenko. I got Charlo in a tough fight. I think he might be able to stop him early if he catch him with the right punch. If he able to catch him with the right punch, because Charlo a beast with that uppercut. If he catch him, coming in when Derevyanchenko is still, because if he get caught cold, a lot of fighters, when they like Trinidad, for example, he got dropped a whole lot of times because he would get caught cold, you know what I mean? But he would get up and do his thing. I think Derevyanchenko is the same way. I think he one of the best 160 pounders. Like I said, I feel like he the Sean Porter at 160 with more technique and fundamental. He's more fundamentally sound, but nevertheless, he a beast. It's going to be a tough fight if Charlo is not able to put him out. So if he won't be able to, the volume punching is going to test Charlo, and we're going to see what Charlo is made of. But I think he ready for the moment. I think he been ready for the moment. I just think he been waiting for the right opportunity. And like I said, him fighting Derevyanchenko will be a hell of a fight for the end of this year.
Okay, yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a great fight. Sergey Derevyanchenko been in there with one of the biggest punchers in boxing, Triple G, and he won 12 rounds with Triple G, and Triple G couldn't knock him out.
Yeah,
Daniel Jacobs couldn't knock him out.
Yeah.
Charlo couldn't, my brother, Charlo couldn't knock out Brandon Adams off the Contender Series, who's been knocked out before by a bum. Charlo couldn't even knock out, you know what I mean, Korobov. Korobov gave Charlo hell. A lot of people felt like Korobov won that fight, my brother.
Yeah, but stop big fights. Let me just respond to that, because you mentioned two good fighters, obviously Gennady Golovkin and Jacob. Jacob got power and speed, but I don't think Jacob is as sharp as Charlo. And I think Gennady Golovkin, he throws punches in slow motion. So you compare him to Charlo. Charlo got power and speed. Speed plays a big factor, because sometimes it ain't just power. Sometimes if you don't see a punch coming, then it's lights out. Charlo could deliver that because he have power and speed and great timing. So I think that's why Charlo might be able to stop Deviachenko because he's going to be able to land the right punch, because he is precise. And like I said, he's sharp. But like I said, it's not his fault that he ain't been fighting the best at 160. But Brandon Adams, he dominated him for 12 rounds. He a tough fighter. You're not going to be able to stop every opponent. But nevertheless, it was a good fight to keep him active till he fight the best, like the likes of Deviachenko and many more fighters. So go ahead and end it because I got more callers.
Okay.
And
So I just want to say this real quick, my brother. You mentioned Charlo called out Andrade. From what I've been seeing, Andrade has been calling him out. Eddie Hearn has been making offers to Charlo to fight. Eddie Hearn even said, Demetrius Andrade doesn't even have to fight on his own. We'll send him to PBC if you guys offer the same amount of money, and let's make it happen. Charlo doesn't keep that same energy when it comes to undefeated champion, Demetrius Andrade. Let's make the unification bout. What is Charlo waiting on? I got money on Andrade giving Charlo a boxing lesson. My brother, you know what I mean? And also, I just want to say this. Jared Anderson, my brother, the real big baby, with another knockout this past week. I know I told you about him. He will be the next Riddick Bowe. I know you out there in Brooklyn. Riddick Bowe, a legend from Brownsville, Brooklyn. Jared Anderson is the best American heavyweight prospect since Riddick Bowe, the last undisputed heavyweight champion from America, Riddick Bowe. And Jared Anderson is the next one, but he's the next Big Daddy Bowe. That's what I call him, the real big baby. And one more thing, Shakur Stevenson, I know you're big on Shakur. Me too, I like him a lot. But if he wants to be the next Floyd Mayweather, why not fight Miguel Burchett? Fight a champion.
Yeah,
no more tune-up
He called him out.
When Floyd Mayweather moved up,
that's who he wants next.
He called him out, but let's make it happen. That's all I'm saying. He called him out. But, let's make the fight happen.
Any opponent. Shakur will smoke him. I promise you that. Shakur will smoke him. I promise you that. I promise you.
He's ducking Burchett, Akhi.
Who?
He's ducking, but look, when Floyd Mayweather moved up to 135, he fought Jose Luis Castillo in his first fight at lightweight. Shakur already fought Felix Caraballo.
Shakur ain't dodging any opponent. Shakur wants all the smoke. He called out all the champions at 130, and he let it be known he wants all the smoke.
Same network.
And
same
he
network,
will fight him.
same promoter.
Hey, I want you to keep the same energy once he wash him. I'm telling you, Shakur will wash him.
Same network, same promoter.
Okay.
They both on the same network. It's an easy fight to make. Burchett knocked out Shakur. Devin Haney's the next Mayweather, brother. Salute. Assalamu alaikum.
No. Hey, wa alaikum assalam, but nobody knocking out Shakur. I promise you that. I put my house on it. Ain't nobody knocking out Shakur, and my man gonna smoke him. I promise you that. And like I said, tell your man to take the fight because Shakur is not turning that fight down. You present that fight to him on the table, he will take it and knock out your boy. So like I said, put respect on my man Shakur because he will smoke him. No disrespect to him, but nobody touching Shakur. Nobody touches Shakur. Not at 130, not at 135. The man is the next pound for pound number one, So nevertheless, like I said, let's not blow smoke and act like Shakur is afraid of anybody. And even Charlo, like I said, Charlo named Andrade. Charlo named... I'm gonna call you back, Akhi. Charlo named all the fighters at 160 from Jacob. He told him, I drop my opponent, you drop yours, we fight when they were face to face. A lot of people don't want to mention that, right? He got Canelo strapped as we speak. Canelo got a French fries title as we speak, right? He told Canelo, I will fight you in Mexico City. He more Mexican than Canelo. That's the type of energy he bringing to the table. And Canelo's still ducking to this day. You know what I mean? So, call a spade a spade. Give Shakur his props. Let's not blow smoke. This is not trolling session. Let's talk facts. Shakur never dodged any opponent and never will. Inshallah. Like I said, the way he carried himself, I know Shakur is cut like that. Nevertheless, Andrade is one of the best 160 pounders. That's a pick and fight, him and Charlo. But Shakur, on the other hand, he just washes everybody. But let me go ahead and get this topic out of the way. Then I'm going to call the people that called me. I'm going to call y'all back in order. And once I'm done with them, you all could call back. So let me go ahead and... move on to the next round. So a lot of people raised $1 million question. What does Anthony Joshua think of Tyson Fury tampering with his glove? The glove gate scandal. Now, what if I tell you Anthony Joshua is already aware of that? That's why I told you all earlier that the reason why Anthony Joshua is really pushing and pursuing that Tyson Fury fight is because he knows that Tyson Fury won't be able to get no slick bullshit on him. Now, Anthony Joshua was aware of Tyson Fury tampering with his gloves before anybody have, before me, before you, and anybody. The reason why, according to Nicholas Asbury, Tyson Fury own sparring partner that busted him tampering with his gloves during sparring. Nicholas Asbury, I'm going to also have him as a guest on Split Decision, inshallah, this week or next week, depending on my schedule and my availability and his. Nevertheless, Nicholas Asbury came out stating that Anthony Joshua is already aware of Tyson Fury glove gate scandal and him tampering with gloves even during sparring. For the Klitschko fight, for Deontay Wilder fight, and many more. The reason why, because Nicholas Asbury was actually sparring Tyson Fury with Cassius Chaney. For the people that don't know Cassius Chaney, he's a great prospect in the UK. He signed under Anthony Joshua promotion. He's an Anthony Joshua fighter. He was in Tyson Fury training camp. So when the whole situation took place, when Tyson Fury got busted by Nicholas Asbury, he got exposed for tampering with his gloves during sparring on footage, on camera, right? So after that took place, you know, obviously Nicholas Asbury exposed Tyson Fury. He left the camp. Tyson Fury got cursed out by Nicholas Asbury trainer at the time. Ben was telling the trainer of Nicholas Asbury that we trying to give Tyson Fury confidence. That's why we giving him a glove that's tampered with. That's what Ben told, you know, Nicholas Asbury trainer. That was their excuse, right? All that confidence is pretty much fake, right? So, nevertheless, Chaney actually called Anthony Joshua and told him everything. So Anthony Joshua is aware of everything. And shout out to Blue Blood Sport TV, because he the one that interviewed Nicholas Asbury. And I'm going to actually show the footage of, you know, them having the conversation. So shout out to Blue Blood Sport TV. Subscribe to my Akhi as he's staying on Tyson Fury tail and exposing him for being the cheater of the century. Nevertheless, like I said, Anthony Joshua is already aware of Tyson Fury cheating. That's why Anthony Joshua was pretty much cool with Tyson Fury fighting Deontay Wilder the second time. And he was praying for Deontay Wilder downfall because that power is his kryptonite. And he knew if Tyson Fury could pretty much pull this off and beat Deontay Wilder, then he free to make so much money in the UK overseas for the biggest fight of all time in the UK overseas, right? And when he do fight Tyson Fury is not going to be able to cheat. Because according to Frank, for the people that's not informed, Frank said we agreed on a 50-50 split. However, we haven't agreed on anything. The fight is not made. Forget about what Tyson Fury, my boss, said. You know, obviously, my boss, Tyson Fury, my boss, is on the run to this day. You know what I mean? So, according to Frank, Tyson Fury promoter in the UK, because he got more than one promoter, he got more than one cut man, he got more than one insurance. He got the best insurance in the world, the Hope Insurance that cover everything. Cheating, tampering with a glove, taking steroids, threatening a 70-year-old man, and many more, right? Nevertheless, according to Frank, he said that we have a mountain of things to work on. Who's going to walk into the ring first? Who's going to wear what brand of gloves? So Anthony Joshua, he knows he's not going to allow Tyson Fury to wear the special made gloves, the tampered gloves by the WBC, that they are actually partners, which is a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? So nevertheless, Anthony Joshua knows what time it is when it comes to Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury is not going to be able to get no slick bullshit on him, because we know the WBC are partners with Tyson Fury Glove Company, which is a conflict of interest. What sense does that make when Tyson Fury... Hold on, give me a second. When Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder, right? Deontay Wilder have been the reigning champion, the longest reigning champion for the WBC belt for 5 years, defended his title 10 times. He tied Muhammad Ali record for 10 title defenses, right? And he's not sponsored by the WBC. He's not wearing the WBC, brand gloves, right? You don't see the WBC printed on his trunks. However, the challenger, Tyson Fury, he wearing the WBC brand gloves that they actually are partners with, and they got their logo on his trunks. He's actually sponsored by the WBC. Like I said, the WBC is corrupted. That's why it's the World Boxing Corruption Organization. The WBC stood next to Margarito, right? They claim he was innocent when Margarito was a conflicted cheater. 1000% he cheated. We already know that, right? But the WBC stood next to him, just like they stood next to Canelo when he failed his drug test, just like they stood next to Jimenez when she failed for the A and B sample, and many more fighters in the past. So just like Margarito's situation, right? Margarito trainer is Tyson Fury Cutman nephew, and he was in Tyson Fury training camp. He was in Tyson Fury dressing room. However, he wasn't the cut man. So why was he there? What was he doing? He was doing what he knows how to do best, is tamper with gloves. That's why they cut off the camera. They still haven't, all the decavs and the trolls haven't answered the $1 million question. Why did Tyson Fury cut off the camera in his dressing room if he wasn't tampering with his glove or cheating? Why cut off the camera? But nevertheless, Anthony Joshua is already aware of the situation. He's loving it right now because Tyson Fury is hyped up. If Deontay Wilder doesn't ruin the party and is not damaged good, because we have to raise the $1 million question, if Deontay Wilder has a dent on his head, is he still the same fighter? If he is, he might ruin Anthony Joshua plans, because he gonna spark Tyson Fury out and expose him. Nevertheless, if he don't, Anthony Joshua is going to do the job, because he already know, man, this man is pillow-fisted. I'm going to walk right through him. And that's why Anthony Joshua is pursuing the fight like he is. However, he better watch out. He must watch out. Make sure you test him, not VADA, but UKADA or USADA. Because the reason why, for the people that's not informed, the WBC increased the computer roll limit a fighter could have in his system. In other words, the WBC allow fighters to cheat the legal way. So if you eat contaminated meat, that wild boar that doesn't allow your cojones to grow, you could actually eat it. You could eat that contaminated meat and be cleared to fight. So if Anthony Joshua is smart, he better utilize the leverage he have and say, I will not fight you till you take USADA testing, till you wear a certain type of gloves, you know what I mean, that's not tampered with, and you better keep your eyes on him like Tupac. Because if all eyes is not on Tyson Fury like Tupac, this man will find a way to cheat. He the cheater of the century. He is genius at cheating because he thinks outside of the box. So after Anthony Joshua read the letter and spoke for all Black Lives Matter, right? Spoke for the cause and stood by his people, where his own fans turned on him. His own fans said, well, I hope the people that you were standing up for by your fight, like really? His own fans are turning on him. So if his own fans are turning on him, imagine the higher up, imagine the higher power. And Anthony Joshua said nothing wrong. Everything he said was a fact, and I respect him for what he said, because Anthony Joshua said, listen, if you know people don't support Black Lives Matter, then don't support their businesses. Gucci, don't support Gucci. And he spoke facts. He led by example, like the greatest of them all, Muhammad Ali. So I got nothing but respect for that, because to this day, the fighters on the coincidental list, the people on the coincidental list are being mistreated to this day. Like Deontay Wilder always said. So Anthony Joshua did the right thing, but by him doing the move and not moving by the script, he might get set up like they set up Deontay Wilder. So if he's wise, he better take it to his own hand. And while you have the leverage, make sure it's on an even playing field, because Tyson Fury doesn't have the cojones to fight fighters on an even playing field because of the fact he stay eating that wild boar that doesn't allow his cojones to grow. So Anthony Joshua better do the right thing, as I'm pretty sure he will do the right thing. Now, Eddie Hearn came out talking about, well, Tyson Fury, man, is just a bunch of rubbish, the glove gate and all of the above. All right, well, if that's true, Eddie Hearn, then allow Tyson Fury to wear them same tampered gloves against Anthony Joshua. And if he does allow Tyson Fury to wear them type of brand gloves, then Eddie Hearn come out of the closet. Because with all the respect, you don't have Anthony Joshua best interest. But I know you not. If you have Anthony Joshua best interest. However, if you don't, then you part of the setup. But I believe Eddie Hearn is just obviously trying to capitalize on the moment. He like, man, I hope, Tyson Fury cheats again against Deontay Wilder. Because at the end of the day, or at least tonight, that's more money for us and more money to our pocket, because Tyson Fury hypes up the fight even more. And then fight night against Anthony Joshua, that power go out of the window. And then Tyson Fury look like the version that he fought Wildin, a pillow-fisted fighter that doesn't have any power, that doesn't have any cojones. So that's why Anthony Joshua is pursuing the fight. Like I said, he's already aware, because a fighter of his already informed Anthony Joshua and told him everything, according to Nicholas Asbury. And I actually have the DMs between Anthony Joshua fighter Cheney and Nicholas Asbury. Nicholas Asbury sent me the DMs where they talked about Tyson Fury laces and all of the above, right? So I'm going to provide all the evidence like I always do, and I'm going to go ahead and pick up some calls. So before I do so, I'm going to go ahead and do the outro, and please don't go anywhere, and I'm going to pick up calls. I'm going to give everybody 5-minute slot. So please, don't take all the time in the world. Get your point across, and let me move on to the next caller, all right? So, like I said, all the decafs, call in if you disagree. Y'all still talking about a Canelo situation, but y'all don't got the cojones to call in. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about a minute. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't. And listen to these decafs, the dumb, casual ass fans that don't know ish about boxing. Word to Roger Mayweather, may he rest in peace, inshallah. If you're a casual fan and you want to be a hardcore, all you have to do is click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live on Split Decision. It's a boxing debate / talk show, mixed, master engineered, produced by yours truly, Akhi, that knocks out all the decafs for his Akhis. So with that being stated, quit treating me like the Mike Tyson of debating, the most feared, knocking out all the decafs every single time. Grow the cojones and call in. And I want to make one thing clear. This is a public announcement. To all of the YouTube trolls, to all of the YouTube media, to all of the YouTube coons, grow the cojones and call in. Y'all stay mentioning my name in vain. Y'all stay claiming y'all want some smoke. Y'all stay claiming you're going to call in and put the blemish on Akhi record. You all know who I'm talking about. All you do is talk about Akhi on y'all channels, right? But y'all don't got the cojones to call in. Now, what sense does that make? What sense does that make? Quit making fake promises to the people that watch our channel, to the decavs that watch our channel, claiming that y'all down to debate Akhi, this or that. That's just a bunch of rubbish, because you all got female parts. Y'all don't got the cojones to call in and debate Akhi. With that being stated, I wish y'all would call in. I wish y'all would call in.
Assalamu alaikum.
How you doing, Akhi? Who this is and where you calling from?
This is Deep, man. I'm calling from California, bro. Listen here, man.
Talk to me.
We're talking about listen, brother. We're talking about Canelo, right? So Canelo still has like 7, 8 fights left on that contract. So why are we still debating if he's going to fight the top guys or not? We don't even know yet. Just because he hasn't fought him yet doesn't mean he's not going to fight him. Am I right?
It's been 5 years, bro. It's been 5 years. How long you want to wait? You want to be a grandpa? You want to be a grandpa before you see Canelo fight somebody? We want to see the fights now.
Bro.
You asked a simple question, bro. You asked a simple question.
Akhi, I'm with you 100%. I understand that, but we still had to wait 5, 6 years for Floyd to fight Pacquiao, right?
Because
we
Pacquiao
still had to
was
wait for it.
He turned down Vada
I
testing.
understand that. Listen, I'm not debating that. I'm not
So that's what I'm
that.
saying. Pacquiao is ducking. So Canelo is ducking Charlo and Andre. We calling a spade a spade. He ain't fought him.
Okay.
It's been 6 years, bro. It's been 6 years. The man haven't even negotiated with him. Floyd Mayweather negotiated with Pacquiao 3 times before the fight got made. And in 5 years span, they fought each other. Nevertheless, Canelo, it's been 5 years. He haven't negotiated with Andre, who fight on his own network, and he gave Charlo his strap. You know what I mean? The man that told him, I will fight you in Mexico City. You don't got the cojones to fight me. He told him, I'm more Mexican than you. And you going to tell me you trying to justify Canelo ducking? Now what's this does that mean?
Listen, come on, bro. Hey, listen, I'm with you 100%. But what I'm saying is, listen, with all the top fights, because I read the comments and I'm seeing a lot of people saying this person not fighting this person, this person not fighting that person. Bro, you know the boxing game just like I know it. Bro, these fights are going to happen. If Canelo does not take those fights before that career is over, yo, we can't even talk about Canelo at all. His career is trash.
His career is a failure, right? His career is a failure.
100%. His career will be a failure.
Okay, if you're on the same page as me, then I'm just saying, like, so Andre, you know, he won't fight Andre. He his own boss, right? He fought Lara because remember when Oscar didn't want Canelo to fight Lara, you know, it was Canelo who made that fight happen, right? He his own boss. So why fight Rocky Fielding? Why fight Kovalev when he looked like crap against Andre? I believe
against Andre Ward.
No. Anthony Yard. Excuse me.
Yard.
Yeah,
Anthony Yard.
When he looked like crap against Anthony Yard, right? Nevertheless, my point is, you know, you didn't give the man to recover. You fought him in a 2-month span when you could have fought Charlo. You could have fought Andrade and so many different fighters. You know, Benavidez calling him out. He said Benavidez is Mexican. I don't want to fight my people. But he fought Angulo. He fought Lopez, 140-pounder that moved up to 154. So you see what I'm saying?
Right.
How you say when it's a tough fight, you got an excuse. Canelo always got an excuse. If it's Benavidez, he say, oh, well, he Mexican. It's my people. But you fought Mexicans before, bro. So that's not an excuse. You know, like I said, he just keep making excuses. That's why his career, his stardom is dying. You know what I mean? Like you tell me you prefer to see the Rocky Fielding fight than a Charlo or an Andre?
Hey, bro, check this out. I ain't even watched the Rocky Fielding fight. You want to know why? I ain't know who the hell Rocky Fielding was.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
My point, exactly.
So I ain't even waste my time watching it. But I'm just a firm believer, man. Just because I've been in that ring, I'm just a firm believer that I don't ever want to say fighters be ducking people and all that, because once we say that, then the question comes up, oh, well, Floyd ducked this one, or so-and-so ducked that one, or so. No. These fights are going to happen. But if Charlo does not make, if Canelo does not make that fight, it's completely over. Yeah. We cannot talk about Canelo ever again. I don't want to hear Mexicans saying nothing about Canelo being the best coming out of Mexico. No, he's not.
Oh,
no, he's
man,
not.
Hell no. You ain't disrespecting the Barreras, the Morales, the Marquez.
Hell no.
Anymore, right? But let me say this, though, because you said, you know, if you don't believe fighters duck fights. Now, let me make one thing clear. I don't think Canelo is afraid, like he's shaking in his boots, afraid of Charlo. However, he's afraid of losing. because he's at the level where he's afraid of losing. See, fighters are not afraid of fighting, but they're afraid of losing. You know, now you can see, for example, Keith Thurman. He said he cool with being second best. He was making all type of excuses not to fight Errol Spence. As soon as he lost his O and coming off a loss to Manny Pacquiao, a 40-year-old, now he feel like he got nothing to lose. Now he calling out Errol Spence because that fear factor of losing went out of the window, right? Now, for example, Floyd Mayweather fought the best. People just keep saying he didn't fight. Floyd Mayweather, for every time people say fight this guy, he fought them. He fought the best. And when you compare him to Canelo, like Floyd Mayweather moved up weight classes, cleaned out every single division from 130 to 135 to 140 to 147 to 154, right? Pretty much, right? That's right. Canelo, he never fought not even one single fighter that's the best at his division. Every single time, 154, he avoided Andrade and Charlo. 160, he still avoided Andrade and Charlo. 168, he fought damn Rocky Fielding and avoided Benavidez, Caleb Plant, and many more, right? And 160 and 175, he picked the weakest link and fought a beat up 1 foot out of the door, Kovalev. You get what I'm saying? But with that being said, I don't got much of a time span, so go ahead, drop your last couple comments, and you know what I mean? Let me pick up the last call of the day, all right?
Hey, bro, man. Not for nothing. Assalamu alaikum, brother. I appreciate you for doing your thing, man. Allah is one, man. I much love to you and the Muslims, brother.
I appreciate it, fam. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, peace. My man, I thought... my man, he reasonable, but like I thought it was a troll or a decaf calling through. You know what I'm saying? You know, I keep looking for smoke, so you know, don't mind me. However, you must announce yourself that you want to talk boxing, not debate boxing. Oh man, let me go ahead pick up this man right here. I don't got much time, so if my computer die on me, it is what it is. I faced a couple technical difficulties today, but you already know Akhi always pull through. Hey, my man said he wanted to debate, but he ain't picking up. Come on now. How you doing, Akhi?
Please leave your message.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. Please leave a message. They don't want no smoke. They want no smoke. 401. What happened, bro? You keep talking a whole lot of that, and then when I'm calling, they don't pick up. I hope y'all heard the ringtone, because these decaf will troll and then hang up. They not man enough to talk to me. How you doing, Akhi? Who this is?
Hello?
And where you calling from?
What's up with it, Akhi? It's your boy Jay, coming from Oregon, man. What it do?
I'm doing good. Hold on. Give me a second, Akhi. Hold on. How you doing, Akhi? Jay, what's going on? Talk to me.
Man, honestly, bro, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest, man. The fact that it has got to the point, I'm gonna keep it on the topic. My topic is Fury, of course. My whole issue is right now, man, if it's coming down to the point to where they negotiate with a 7-year-old man, and the negotiations aren't even what they even tell this man, there's obviously something deeper going on as far as what kind of serious going on. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, in the first fight with Deontay Wilder, I came to the realization that it was all a convoluted script from the first fight and beyond that point to even screw Deontay Wilder and maybe any future champions that Tyson Fury has to fight, because they know that and this is me not taking away nothing from his legacy, nothing away from what he's done for the sport. But as far as I'm concerned, as far as boxing was concerned, you are keeping.
Yeah, you breaking up bad, Akhi. You breaking up bad. Hold on. Let me put you on hold because you breaking up bad. Hi, hello, who this is? Hello.
Yo, what up, Akhi?
Yeah. Hello?
This is Boxer Chatty. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you live. Go ahead.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Just saying that, I hear you guys talking Canelo's name.
Well, you call in 2 hours to the show. Go ahead. We don't got much time. Go ahead.
Well, I ain't got much time to hurt. I want to bring up Canelo's name. It's his birthday today. I don't know if you know that.
Say it again. Is what?
That boy's name.
Huh?
It's Canelo's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Canelo. Oh, okay. Happy birthday, Canelo. Go ahead. So go ahead. Tell me how you feel because we don't got much time.
All right, well, what's the topic?
Canelo, man. You said we mentioned Canelo. You know, it's happy birthday to Canelo, obviously. But is that why you called? You want to say happy birthday to Canelo?
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know, everybody listening right now, that, you know, no matter what y'all say, Canelo is the face of boxing, pound number one today. He's saying he's ducking. I don't know how he ducks when he fought Mayweather. He fought Trout.
He lost. He close fight. He lost. You know, 2 fights he lost. 1 fight was a close fight, open scoring in Texas, and they pretty much did Trout dirty because it was an open scoring. But he's ducking because he about to fight Jason instead of Charlo or Andre. But nevertheless,
we don't know who's gonna fight. We don't know who's gonna fight yet. But what do you think about his last performance against Sergey Kovalev?
I said I predicted that he will knock him out earlier, but he looked like crap to the time
he predicted it because he predicted
because
it
he was
he's the
because
best.
he was cherry picking. He was not Kovalev. He was a fighter a foot out of the door. You know what I mean? Kovalev looked like crap against the fighter that had 18 fights. Yard nearly beat him when he punched himself out. Yard
knocked him out though?
No, Yard knocked himself out. He couldn't get up from exhaustion because he never fought a guy on that level. He had 18 pro fights and 12 amateur fights. He turned pro at 21 or started boxing at 21, right? And Yard nearly beat him. And he just gassed himself out in the 8th round when his trainer told him just go for all Marvel and knock him out. And he gassed himself out. And Kovalev was pretty much a beaten man. He fought him at I don't know if they had a rehydration clause, right? And he didn't even give him a 2 months period to recover. Kovalev was begging for the fight. Matter of fact, Kovalev said, if you thought I could beat Canelo, you don't know shit about boxing. That's what Kovalev said. You know what I mean? On some Roger Mayweather shit. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, appreciate you calling in. Let me go ahead and get my last Akhi.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Thank you.
Yeah, all right, take care. Hello? Yo, 971, Jay. You still on?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm here, right here, brother.
Yeah, you can finish it because you were breaking up bad. I was trying to see if the service is going to improve. So go ahead. Repeat what you said because it was breaking up bad.
Yeah, my bad, brother. My bad to the fans, too. Basically what I was saying, man, I'm going to keep it on the topic of Tyson Fury, man. All I was talking about was the idiocy, the stupidity, the ignorance that I'm seeing from just this whole situation is ridiculous. How do you threaten a 70-year-old man? That is ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy. And the simple fact that the negotiations with him and the old man, which I actually do not know his name, but I heard about what happened off of ego, off of blue blood, off of you, of course. You know how we do. And, the situation with that is just crazy. Now, as far as Anthony Joshua pulling up on Tyson Fury, I'm not going to lie to you, man. That's kind of funny to hear about, man, because, Anthony Joshua, looking this man, Tyson Fury, dead in the eyes, knowing what kind of man he's staring into, you know what I mean? He knows he's not a real champion.
Right.
He's not. Because if Tyson Fury was such a real champion, why doesn't he come out with the truth and be a man about it? He did not defeat Deontay Wilder like a fair and true champion. Deontay Wilder was getting ready to surpass Muhammad Ali in the most consecutive title defenses in history. And he took that away from him.
Yeah,
man.
well, just Deontay Wilder, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had 18 title defenses total, but it was Joe Louis has 25, I believe. So
of course,
he wasn't going to surpass, all of them. He was just going to surpass Muhammad Ali, one of his title reigns. But nevertheless, he was actually going to make history, like he already made history, defending his title 10 times. And the point, like you said, Tyson Fury is not a real champion because he's threatening a 70-year-old man not to pursue cooperating with Okada. He threatened the man, and I dropped the video on that exposing him. I'm gonna leave it in the comment section below. And of course, he tampered with his glove against Deontay Wilder because he don't have the cojones to fight fighters on an even playing field. But yeah, you could go ahead and lay out your last couple comments because my computer about to die. So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Please, kind of sum it all up.
My whole summit with all this is my last comment. For one, I do want to talk to the decavs with the 60 seconds I do have on my other minute. You guys are just, you guys are unbelievable. To sit here in these comments and justify what this man done with all the evidence, all the proof, all the scenery, footage of a whole fight, kudos to you guys. You feel me? Akhi got you. I got you.
Yeah, but they won't call in, though. They won't call in.
But that's the thing. They won't call in. Won't say nothing. You're commenting. You're running your mouth. You're talking all this nonsense like you know the facts that you guys were talking about. You don't know nothing. You're siding with old media on a victory that was completely and utterly robbed from a real champion. He was a real champion. The message that Deontay Wilder was trying to get out to the public is that we're all one. Unity for all of us. You know what I mean? And the fact that was tarnished because of hate and jealousy, was ridiculous. Deontay Wilder brought Tyson back. Not the other way around.
Right.
But I'm going to let that be my last comment, man.
Let me just chime in real quick. Moki Knight said, he threw a super chat. He said, cool. I appreciate it, Moki Knight. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everybody in the chat. And like I said, see, one thing I want to say to you, Akhi, Jay, right? This is Jay, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Jay, listen. See, these decavs and these trolls, they know the truth because just like you, just like me, they have eyes. So regardless of what they say in the comment section, deep inside, they know the truth. They know Tyson Fury cheated, but they simply don't care because they already came out of the closet. You know what I mean? They already showing their true colors. You have a bunch of people that hate Deontay Wilder for a bunch of reasons, because maybe they are a coon, maybe they are a recaf, a decaf, or many more, right? So whatever your category is, these people hate Deontay Wilder and they don't care what Tyson Fury does. So they pretty much trolls, but deep inside they know the man cheated. They admit it in the comment section. They say, well, Tyson Fury cheated, but he's still the better fighter. But the point is, the man don't have power. You are blessed with certain attributes. So what Tyson Fury did, since he don't have no damn power, he had to create power, and old media created a Rocky Fielding in real life. That's just what it all come down to. And I think my computer just died on me, but I appreciate you, Akhi. And let me go ahead and take my Akhis out.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Akhi.
I appreciate it, Akhi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, brother.
Peace.
100.
100.
Hold it. You're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world! I shook up the
world! I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.